week is David Benavidez and Boo Boo Andres. Demetrius
Ooh,
Boo Boo Andres.
who jumped out there like that?
He jumped out. He's
Ooh.
from your boy DeMar Nicholson straight to David
No,
Benavidez.
I got you. Don't get me wrong. That's how that fight was made. See, you don't know. I know a lot of them guys. Like when you talk about Teofimo, we cool. I'm cool with a lot of fighters.
Oh yeah.
I'm cool with a lot of fighters because I watched them in the amateurs. I've been around them in the amateurs. And they one thing they always said about me, man, coach always been the same since I met him since day one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be straightforward with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? And I understand this is the fight business. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what I said. Fight business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at the same thing, we are all in a fraternity together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna beat no fighter up. I'm not gonna mash him because I understand what he's going through. I understand what the coaches are going through. And what the coaches go through, man, to get that individual in the right state of mind, man. That day when I was sitting on that panel, man, just to be sitting on that panel and being who I am, I thank my Lord, because them guys put that work in. They paid the wage, you know what I'm saying? When I look at Bob Santos, I was like, damn, Bob always be on the B side, man, but he come to Rumble. He been there a lot of times. You get what I'm saying? And he know all them guys and watch all them guys. So his knowledge of boxing through the roof. So I just try to be thankful, man, that a guy like myself that came from where I came from, you know what I'm saying, to be around all different walks of life with the boxing part and the coaching part. You know what I'm saying? I just try to be thankful, man. And I just the thing, like I said again, the thing that really get me, man, that the heads to be, man, how they think.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching this movie, how they built the atomic bomb, man. They had all the scientists sitting around, the minds to be, man. Yo, to be in that room like that, man, that's like I'm like at a candy store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like at a candy store just to be in a room
Well, you
with the
deserve
one.
it. You
With,
deserve to be there. You know.
so that's my motivation.
Got Bob Santos saying that, tanks on his high
Yeah,
ratings.
he
You
speaks
know,
about that. That's all he talk about, man. And thanks, Bob. He keep it real. He said, man, that youngin is different, man.
100%. So gearing up to this fight with Benavidez and Bubu Andres. Some people believe that Bubu Andres is the most avoided fighter in in this era right now. What do you think? Do you think that this fight right here kind of seals the deal? Are you this most avoided guy, or was
Boo
this
Boo
all hype?
understand. Boo Boo understand. If he beat Benavidez, he got everybody attention.
Of course.
But that's the challenge of being great. I just said that. I gave you a quote from me and Paul Williams talked about when he fought um Margarita. Remember Margarita was fair back in the days. You know what I'm saying? For Boo Boo making that move, man, he trying to say like, yo, this is my move right here. And for us to get this fight, you know what I'm saying? Andre saying, man, I'm taking a chance. Bump what you heard. I already know who he is. So he putting everything on the line, man. You see what I'm saying about boxing? Yo, we getting it. We getting it.
I don't want to hear not one channel or anybody say that boxing's failing us because it's some bullshit.
Yeah, man, we getting it. That's gonna be a good fight, man. That's gonna be a good fight because Canelo wouldn't fight him.
Either of them.
The Charlos wouldn't fight him. For him to take that fight with Benavidez, and I was just saying, like, because Demond just lost, and I was just sitting there saying, dang, I wonder what's up with Boo Boo because he been quiet.
Right.
That news you just gave me, God dang, that's jumping out the window. You know how when the stocks was falling, plummeting? Boo Boo said, man, I'm jumping out the window and I'm going to jump.
Mm-hmm.
God dang, man. I salute him on this one.
Do you like the business? Like sometimes when you're not. Sometimes boxing they like to choose you. They like to say, "Hey, will you want to take this fight 2 weeks notice?" You the type of guys like, no, we call the shots here. Like this
Yeah,
is we ain't
yeah,
doing we ain't doing that. Now it seems to me that Bubu Andres had a lot of those opportunities. You know, when the two we can call them opportunities or we can call them how it is. It's not necessarily an opportunity if I'm not 100% or
right.
can't get to 100%. Um, you know, do you believe that this is gonna be the fight, just making the fight, or this is gonna be the fight that everyone's gonna say, "Oh yeah, he was avoided because look who he's fighting," or we
No,
have to
no,
see it.
no, no, no. When you really look at it, it's people avoiding Benavidez.
Absolutely.
Listen to what I just said. It's people avoiding Benavidez. Boo Boo, he understands his situation. See, I know what's really going on. And he's saying, okay, y'all don't want me to fight these dudes. I'll fight him. And if he pull it off, now he's going to be the most fair dude.
Fighting guys like Canelo did it.
You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But like I said, after this fight with Canelo, yo, we gonna see some serious fighting, man. It's about to come out. I said it before. I said Tank fight was the fight that made everybody start fighting.
Yo, facts.
I'm just telling you because the only way you're gonna get them type of bills, you got to fight nothing but the best.
Your opposition got to be just as good.
Just as good to make people go. You remember how Arsenio used to say, "Hmm." That's the type of fights. That's how the fights got to be.
Right, 100%. Um, you know, coming into this this fight after the all said and done, do you think this gets Canelo's attention? The winner?
Of course, but Canelo worrying about his fight that he got in front of.
Facts.
Right. I mean, right now he can't be thinking about Benavidez or what's his name. Get what I'm saying? He got to do what he got to do in the fight that he got coming up. Then when after that fight is over, everybody gonna be sitting in front of the TV to see how that fight unfolds because that fight is another big fight because you got the one of the most fair guys in this era in that weight class. It's Benavidez.
Mm.
That's real. In that weight class, you know, a lot of them like, yo, you mentioned the word Benavidez. Joker's like, nigga, you got to pay me to fight him. And I'm talking about opponents.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Once they see,
You
uh,
know,
it's like Tank. You see all those KOs, you're like, nah, 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 nah,
no, you
nah.
got to pay me. But in the situation with Videz, his numbers not like Tank. But you're gonna get some goddamn. You're gonna get brutally beat up. You know what I'm saying? So you sitting in the hospital or sitting home, trying to get your wounds back. You want to make sure you good. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yo, that fight, and thanks for that one, boy. That shot. They talk that, like you said, they
That
better not
was
say
not for the
nothing.
casuals. That was not for the
No, they
casuals.
better not say nothing about boxing, man. That's real talk. That's real talk.
That's real, bro.
Yeah, that's real talk, man. Yeah, Boo Boo pulled that off, man. Then he becomes the most fair dude because Benavidez is the fair dude. That's real talk.